The moment when everything grows cold, when the world shows its true face, stripped of all the warmth and illusions. This is where the real transformation begins, where the fire inside you is tested by the frost. It's not the season of comfort, not the time for growth by sunlight. It's the time for survival, for endurance, for becoming something darker, sharper, stronger. The winter arc isn't about rebirth, no, it's about death. The death of the old you, the weak you, the one who thought the world would be kind. Let it die, and let the cold remake you. People fear winter because it strips everything away. The colors, the softness, the false sense of safety. It all disappears beneath the weight of ice and shadow. But that's where the power lies, in the silence, in the stillness, in the space where all that's left is you and the cold. It's in this barren landscape where you find out who you truly are. The winter arc isn't about finding warmth or waiting for the thaw. It's about embracing the freeze, letting it bite into your skin, letting it harden your bones. You become what the cold demands, unforgiving, relentless, unbreakable. This is not a season for those who cling to comfort, who beg for the return of the sun. The winter arc is for those who know that only in the deepest frost does true strength emerge. It's for the ones who understand that life's greatest lessons aren't learned in the warmth of spring, but in the darkness of winter. Let the world grow cold around you. Let everything fall silent. This is the time for reflection, for solitude, for honing the edges of your soul. The winter arc doesn't ask for permission. It demands surrender. Surrender to the darkness. Surrender to the pain. And let it reshape you into something far more dangerous than you ever thought possible. Some will try to escape it, to run back to the comfort of the past, to the warmth of what once was. But the winter arc shows no mercy to those who flee. It's not a chapter you can avoid, no matter how much you try. The frost will find you. The cold will settle in, creeping through the cracks, numbing your mind until all that's left is the truth. And the truth is this: you were meant for this, for the silence, for the isolation, for the transformation that only comes when everything else falls away. This is where you become something more, something fierce, something unstoppable. In the winter arc, there are no distractions, no noise to drown out the voice in your head. The silence is brutal, the cold, unrelenting, and that's where the magic happens. You'll find clarity in the emptiness, focus in the desolation. Every weakness, every flaw, every piece of yourself you once hid behind the distractions of life will be laid bare, exposed to the elements. And in that exposure, you have two choices: shatter or solidify. Let the cold harden your spirit. Let the winter sharpen your mind. This is the season where you stop pretending, stop hiding, and become what you were always meant to be. There's beauty in the brutality of winter, the way it strips everything down to its core, leaving only what's essential, what's real. The same will happen to you. The winter arc demands that you let go of everything unnecessary, every weakness, every attachment that weighs you down. It carves you down to the bone, to the essence of who you are, so that when the spring comes, and it will come, you will be reborn, but not in the way you expect. The winter arc doesn't offer renewal through warmth and light. It offers rebirth through cold and shadow. And that kind of rebirth, that's the one that lasts. So let your winter arc begin. Step into the cold, embrace the silence, and allow yourself to be transformed. This is not a time for retreat. This is a time for reckoning. Face the frost with open arms. Let the snow settle on your shoulders and walk forward into the storm. The warmth will return someday, but when it does, you will no longer need it. You will have become something far greater, something forged in the cold, something that thrives in the darkness.